You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Hey everyone, here's some big news from the world of packaged foods. Kraft Heinz, the company that brought together two of America's most iconic food brands a decade ago, has just announced that it's going to split into two separate companies. This is being done as part of a strategy to revitalize growth and give each brand group more focused attention. So let me break this down for you. Back in 2015, Kraft and Heinz merged in what was one of the biggest deals in the food industry at the time, creating a company with annual revenues of around $28 billion. The merger was orchestrated by Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway and Brazilian investment firm 3G Capital. The idea was to leverage the massive scale of both brands and expand their global footprint. But the reality turned out to be more complicated. Changing consumer tastes, especially a shift toward healthier, less processed foods, combined with intense cost-cutting measures, made growth harder than anticipated. Now Kraft Heinz is splitting its operations into two companies. The first one, temporarily called Global Taste Elevation Company, will house shelf-stable meal brands like Heinz, Philadelphia Cream Cheese, and Kraft Mac and Cheese. The second company, temporarily called North American Grocery Company, will include brands such as Oscar Mayer, Kraft Singles, and Lunchables. The official names for both companies will be announced later. The company explained that this split will allow resources and investments to be more strategically directed to each brand group. Miguel Patricio, the executive chair of Kraft Heinz, said that while their brands are iconic and beloved, the current structure has made it hard to allocate capital efficiently and prioritize growth initiatives. By separating into two companies, it's believed that each brand can be given the attention it deserves, which should help drive better performance overall. As part of the plan, Carlos Abrams Rivera, who is currently CEO of Kraft Heinz, will become CEO of North American Grocery Co. Meanwhile, an executive search is being conducted to find a CEO for Global Taste Elevation Co. The headquarters in Chicago and Pittsburgh are not expected to change, and the transaction is expected to close in the second half of 2026. Interestingly, this news didn't land well with all investors. Berkshire Hathaway, which owns about 27.5% of Kraft Heinz, expressed disappointment, questioning the rationale for the split, and noting that $300 million in transaction costs would be incurred. Warren Buffett himself was reported to be unhappy, though he was a key player in the original merger. Shares of Kraft Heinz did see a slight rise before the market opened, but the mixed reaction shows that some skepticism remains about whether this split will achieve the intended results. All in all, this is a major shakeup for one of the world's largest food companies. It's a move that reflects both the challenges of adapting to changing consumer preferences and the desire to maximize the value of these historic brands. For anyone who grew up with Kraft Mac and Cheese or Oscar Mayer hot dogs, it's the end of one chapter and the beginning of a new one. Stay subscribed for more videos.